welcome back. He joined us at a pretty good time. Best point of this set, won by Davenport against Carlo Suarez. And the American now with set point. She has been up a break in this opening set. Suarez hit back. Davenport with a chance to clinch it. Davenport indeed does clinch the opening set. It's a couple of breaks to serve. And the American well on her way to the semi-finals. Not easy for Davenport in the end against an opponent that she's pretty much rolled in the past, Elise.
Except the last time they played, which was in Los Angeles this summer on the hard courts, where Suarez took her to 6-4 in the third. But this, for Lindsay Davenport, has just been a dream draw, especially when you think that Davenport has come into the U.S. Open with the toe problem, the neuroma in her left foot, and had to default in the semifinals of New Haven, in the finals, excuse me, of New Haven against Capriati a couple of weeks ago. And the foot looked really bad. So here she comes in against a player in which she knows that if she just plays solid tennis, she'll be in a U.S. Open semifinal again.
She's had a pretty good draw, Lindsay Davenport. Took care of Els Callens from Belgium in the opening round, dropping just the one game. Maria Elena Camarin from Italy in the next round. Davenport cruising 2 and 4. Didn't have any troubles against the Sink. Melissa Sink, that is.
Melinda Sink.
Melinda, sorry. I forgot what type of sink it was for a second.
You got all your sink jokes out in that match.
Love and 2, so hadn't been dropping too many games by that stage. Came up against a tough opponent, Petrova, the number 19th seed, and was cruising in that until Petrova hit back, took the second set 7-6, but Davenport came through 6-2 in the third.
The only thing that could stand in Davenport's way to getting to this semifinal would be her foot, would be if Suarez can push her long enough, can keep her out there long enough that foot starts to bother her. But Davenport's had 3 days since she played Petrova to let that foot rest and heal.
Love. Davenport leads there head-to-head. It's a nice little bit of confidence to come into a match on. And a confidence-building backhand as well from the American.
You look at Paula Suarez's game, and there's really nothing she can do to make an impression on Lindsay Davenport. Suarez is a nice player. Moves well, has got a decent forehand, but nothing to hurt you with. And Davenport has so many weapons. She's got that big first serve. She's got the hard groundies off of both sides, forehand and backhand, where she can hurt you.
Love service game to start the second set for Davenport. Suarez, who is the same age as Lindsay Davenport, 27 years of age, does have the 3 titles, one of which came this year in Vienna. The other 2 titles, both in Bogota back in '98 and 2001, but best known really for her doubles. 27 titles and 3 Grand Slams.
I do love that she was asked in her press conference, gosh, you have this great doubles resume. You're such a great volleyer. maybe you should come into net more in singles. And she says, no, we don't volley in doubles. That's not, that's not why we win. We win from the baseline. And that's true. It is amazing that one of the best doubles teams in the world really doesn't do it at the net.
Argentina, a member of a couple of Olympic teams from that country.
Not a bad tournament for the Argentines. David now bandying into the quarters of the men's with that huge win over Roger Federer. What does he go, 5-0 to 5-0 against Federer lifetime? Who'd have thunk it?
Bit of what?
You know, that's just an American expression. Oh, my. You know we butcher the language. We've done it for centuries.
Saves the first break point of this second set. And that ultimately the real problem in this match for Suarez. She doesn't have a big enough serve, and even on her service games, Davenport's still getting the first big hit in. Early break for Davenport in the second set. Pretty much how she started the first set, until Suarez managed to get herself into it. I reckon just the one title this year in Tokyo, but a runner-up 5 times.
I fully expect Lindsay Davenport to win this match, get to the semifinals, and to be playing Kim Clijsters in the semis. And Clijsters is the opponent she's had so much trouble with, against this year. Where so many other players can't run down Davenport's big shots, Clijsters can. And Clijsters has that answer back. Yeah, Lindsay's taken that walk because she thought that serve certainly was a winner.
Suarez not able to make any impression on Davenport's serve in this second set. So a couple of love service games at the start of the second. Davenport takes an even firmer grip of this match. She leads a set and 3-love.
Meet the experts of PC World.
With our trained technicians, we can help in so many ways. Detailed advice,
Right, it could be a number of things.
solving problems, Data transfer, saving everything from one hard disk onto another. Upgrades, we can actually fit them here. Our technician training is Microsoft and Intel accredited.
She's very clued up.
A world expert in chocolate.
I heard I can use network.
Step into any PC world and there's an expert here to help. PC World.
If the future's sorted, you can afford to live a little. Clerical Medical. Plan for tomorrow, live for today.
Suarez with a lot to do. Never beaten her illustrious opponent yet in her career. Trailing by a set and a break. Doesn't seem as though she's going to be sixth time lucky either.
The only thing Davenport could have asked better is to have had a day off before her semi-final match, but she's now had 3 days off in between her round of 16 and quarterfinals and is just cruising through this match. So she goes into the semi-finals against Kleisters probably feeling pretty good with the foot and pretty confident knowing that she can get through another match.
The reality is, though, at least she still needs to practice at some stage. She still needs to keep her timing. And if this match continues the way it's going, this is almost like a little bit of a workout for her.
Well, I think that's all she wanted. Honestly, the way her foot spins, she just wants to get on the court and get off the court. And that's the only way she can get through this event, is that she had quick, easy matches leading up to the semifinals and then could go all out in that semis.
Is she planning to play the rest of the season and have the surgery after the end of the season, or do you think she's going to have that surgery and not play potentially the season-ending championships?
I've heard different things and haven't had that chance to talk with her about it, but you'd think she'd do it after the Open.
Well, she was moving pretty nicely there, Davenport.
If I'm Lindsay Davenport and I'm looking at my career and I say, you know what, I want to give it maybe 1 or 2 good years. I want to go into the Australian Open 2004 with a clean slate, with a clean bill of health. And maybe taking care of this foot problem now will allow her to do that.
Davenport will meet Kim Kleisters in that semi-final, should she get there. Kleisters' easy victory over Amelie Mauresmo. Mauresmo didn't really bring her A game onto court.
I think we might call that her C- game tonight. It's just disappointing for Mauresmo because we know the talent she's got in the shot making she can produce, but didn't have any of it tonight. But you give credit to Kim Kleisters.
That potentially was the toughest quarter-final.
Yeah, I mean, you looked at the draw and said, oh, that's the match.
And after the match, you sort of went, ah.
Oh, well, hey, we still got some more tennis tonight. You never know what it'll bring.
Well, what it will bring is Jennifer Capriati against Francesca